Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero, and we are back again talking about some more Rippaverse detractors. We're going to be specifically talking about Buster Baxter and actual fandom, as they seem to still be wanting to talk about Rippaverse even after they seem to have been away from it for a couple of days. We're going to get into it though. But first, I want to start by talking about something that I've already talked about previously, and I don't feel the need to repeat it, but it seems like I have to repeat it to weirdos on the internet who feel the need to say silly things about the reasons why I make videos based on around Rippaverse detractors. But I will say, well, as always, do not interact, communicate, or post on any other social media. Keep all your comments in the comment section down below, and we'll have a discussion there. I'm going to start off by showing the Rippaverse Comics hoodies, short boxes, posters, covers, shirts, etc. You can continue to buy them. I will, of course, continue to be shilling Blade Devil 2. I've already got my order in. I got all 4 covers just like I said I would. Posted it on Twitter that I did get my order in. As of the recording of this video, it's currently sitting at $79,874 with 787 backers, 45 days left. I remember it being said that this campaign is like the book is about 90 to 95% done before the campaign launched. So shortly after the 60 days of this campaign ends, the book will be getting sent out. But you can also get Blade Devil 1 with your purchase as an add-on. You do have 4 covers currently. The summer limited here is only be there for a limited time, so get in where you fit in. We can go through some of the artwork here. Of course, if you're into the anime Bobs and Booty, you can always back a book like this. Blade Devil 1 was fantastic, and I believe Blade Devil 2 is going to be just as good, probably even better. You'll get 69 pages of story. You'll get this supplemental story and this supplemental story included with your purchase. You'll get cover A right here, which is Ashiara with the Chains of Blood. It comes with a Ashiara card. You get cover B that has Luna, which is like the main villain of the story. You get the Luna card. There's also the Not Safe for Work version of the Luna cover. Get the Night Ashiara card. If you get the limited summer wraparound cover, you do get a Barrel Shota card, which is why I want it with the covers. I love all the covers, and I wanted to get all the different cards. You also get the Rain if you sign up for the pre-launch and back any physical perk, which I did. Sign up for the pre-launch, so I hope to be receiving the Rain card. You can also get a digital. They have mouse pads for both Ashiara and Luna. You got your covers. You also got your waifu pillows if you decide that's what you like. There's obviously the safe for work version, flipped over, not safe for work version. It's in the description of all of these. You can also get your mouse pads, etc., etc. So, like I said, you can get Blade Devil 1 as an add-on, or you can go over to here, get a damaged copy for $10. You can get it pretty quickly, and you can start reading Blade Devil 1 before Blade Devil 2 comes out. Now, I just want to say, before I get started, this is going to be hilarious, and I'm going to make fun of it. So, had this little back and forth with Frog Boy. I'm not going to go too far into all this. I'm just going to react to this video because I think it's dumb. I'm going to react to a couple posts, and then I'm going to move on to Buster Baxter. So this is, of course, something that Saggy Melons had to say about me, because apparently talking crap about my view counts and stuff like that with Frog Boy triggered her, because apparently a back and forth is I fell for it, even though this person, Frog Boy, likes to talk about the quote-unquote clout he has and the relevancy that he has. So I show that he really doesn't have any, and it's a bad thing to compare views, apparently, even though it's kind of a back and forth between both of us. So let's get right into it.
Hard. And I love how this Renowned Zero person goes on the live.
Also, if you're gonna be very emotional, at least speak into the microphone and don't go screaming out of your mouth. And then you want to call everybody else triggered, even though you're actually the one triggered, because being triggered would mean that I have some kind of emotional overreaction to something, which I do not.
Stream talking about someone's like goes to Social Blade to talk about how his videos and his channel does better than somebody else's. Like, yes, I have too.
Yes, I can do that because that's part of what I do.
Like the Eric July Jody's Corner debate that I reacted to got thousands. Got like I think it was like, wait, what was it at? That video, the Eric July versus Jody's Corner stream I did a year ago, is sitting at 8,000 views. So yeah.
Congratulations, you have 8,000 views on a video. So you made videos on stuff that I make videos on constantly. So what? Good for you. You're allowed to make videos on that type of stuff, just like I'm allowed to make videos on that type of stuff.
Talking about Eric July is gonna get you views, whether it's pro Eric July or anti Eric July.
But you'll get more views talking pro Eric July because the people that talk negatively about Eric July typically always get it wrong, and they talk a bunch of nonsense about how he's a bad businessman, he's not a creative, his book sucks, his writing sucks. That's like the common NPC thing that all these same people talk about constantly.
Eric July's name somehow gets clout. So you bragging about getting views because your channel has a shit ton of Eric July videos is like a nothing burger. I had 8,000 views on that Eric July Jody's Corner video last year.
Okay, and I don't have any video of Eric July that has 8,000 views. So one of my more recent videos that isn't even about Eric July has over 8,000 views, and I was talking about Heel versus Babyface, where they were making fun of his appearance because he had an opinion on She-Hulk. Well, you would know that if you looked anywhere on my channel. You would know that my Eric July videos aren't even in the top 10 highest viewed videos on my channel. So, and again, I'm going to continue to do the videos that my viewers like to watch. I know it's very hard for you to understand that because you mentioned it in this clip, but yeah, I'm going to continue to do videos that get views and that my viewers like to watch. They show me the interaction on the videos and they comment all the time.
Has nothing to brag about. I'd have to talk about Eric July every day to be able to brag about how good my channel is doing. So for somebody to use that as like part of their argument is kind of sad and pathetic and like weak sauce.
Oh, it's sad and pathetic and weak sauce. Yeah, because it's definitely not pathetic when people make negative content against Eric July. But if I make videos that's positive towards Eric July, I'll be called autistic, a rip-a-shill, a rip-a-loser, a rip-a-tard, that I want to do weird things. I want Eric to do weird things to me, because you even say it in your comments here, which is very bizarre considering you're the only one that seems to be triggered by the fact that I make views and I make money off of making Eric July videos, which is something I actually like doing. So of course I'm going to continue to do them because I like to do them. I'm very honest about the opinions I have with those videos, and my viewers like to watch it. So for you to sit up here and say this, with being on YouTube, as long as you have, you've probably been doing more videos than I've ever have, which you have. So I would assume you know that when you do videos that your audience likes to watch, you're going to get views. Just like there's a supposed circle jerk with Frog Boy, where he has people who dislike Eric July that watch him. I have people that like Eric July that watch me. So tell me, what's the difference between Frog Boy doing negative content about Eric July and everyone else doing negative content about Eric July, where if I do positive content, it's somehow a terrible thing?
It's really weak sauce. Like, who cares? Who cares how many? Like, YouTube across the board.
Clearly you care enough to make this little video or live stream or whatever you're doing. Clearly you care enough. Clearly Frog Boy cares enough. Clearly anybody who's a hater of Eric July that's been making videos on me and talking about me care enough. So obviously people care.
Every YouTube channel, even Eric July's YouTube channel, has his streams or videos that aren't going to be as big as the others. Like, does he have a lot of followers? Does he have a lot of views on his YouTube channel? Yeah, sure. He's a bigger content creator. No shit. But when you're at 2,000 subscribers and less, 5,000 subscribers and less, 10,000 subscribers or less, hey, there are YouTube channels that have 60,000 subscribers, and they're still maybe pulling on their best days these days, 400 views.
That sounds like a problem with their content and not my content. I can make content. I'm sitting at 1,231 subscribers currently as a recording of this video, and I can pull anywhere between 500 to 1,500 views on a video. But that's not really my problem that other content creators can't pull views like that. That's their problem. That might be a problem with their content and the way they present it and the way that they talk about stuff to their audience. But I continue to do content that I actually enjoy making content of. So
1,000 views a video. The math don't math on YouTube. So when you go to the whole my views are better than your views argument, you sound dumb. You
Honestly, the only one that sounds dumb is you.
you sound dumb and you sound desperate. No shit, your videos about Eric July are gonna get you views. Especially if you are on Eric July's side. Eric July fans tend to watch people who support Eric July. No shit. Good job. You're just
No, like you just said, no shit, good job. So why don't you shut the hell up? You clearly understand what I just said earlier, where I have people who like Air July that watch me, so I'm going to continue to make videos based on what my viewers like to watch. It's kind of the basic concept of YouTube. Like I said, you should know that considering you do the same thing, I'm sure.
another clout chaser at this point, and I wanted to talk.
I'm definitely not a clout chaser. I'm definitely talking about something that I enjoy talking about, like talking about people that lie about Eric July constantly and calling out the nonsense constantly. That's the whole point. It ain't nothing to do with clout chasing because, like I said already, the Eric July videos on my channel aren't even the highest views on my channel. None of my Eric July videos are even in the top 10 most viewed videos on my channel. So how is it clout chasing when it's something I've been doing for, what, a year now?
Right? Man, I know I knew I should have milked Eric July content, man. I would have been a bigger YouTuber at this point, but like,
Oh, well, yeah, you should have milked Eric July content. Meanwhile, you're complaining about me milking Eric July content, yet you want to sit here and act like, well, you should have milked Eric July content. Well, then you should have done this. And rather than sitting here and complaining that I'm doing it, you should have done that then. To which I said, there's nothing of importance here. Sounds like a personal problem for Saggy at that point. My highest viewed videos aren't even about Eric July, and at the same time, Frogboy talks bullcrap about how much quote clout and relevancy that he has. So it seems to me that it's only fair to show that those statements are incorrect. So if my viewers are going to keep watching the videos about Eric July detractors, why would I stop making videos that my viewers love to watch? Make it make sense. To which, of course, she says something like, Eric July ain't going to F you, bro. Because that is the lamest comeback. You want to talk about how I'm weak sauce and I'm pathetic and lame and all this other nonsense. You said the most corniest thing that I've heard so many times now because that's what y'all like to do. Y'all like to say I want to do these weird fantasies that you seem to have over here that you think I want to do any of that. I'm sorry that he doesn't want to F you because, you know, he's married to someone who he wants to be married to and not some broad who's talking a bunch of noise for the sake of talking noise when really has nothing to do with you. You just want to start drama just like your thing says, hi, I'm drama, nice to meet you, because it seems like that's your whole thing, even though you haven't done a YouTube video in 10 months. But I said, you know, yawn, get new material, you're boring. Post a picture of me saying that says the person whose face looks like your own voice, putting it to sleep. Meanwhile, I'm just making content and, you know, I have stuff that I do that's not YouTube during the day. So, like I said, like she says, also, FYI, Frogboy says that stuff to trigger people. He hasn't triggered me because it's something that would cause an overreaction, which is what was presented in your little clip that I reacted to. You took his bait like a fool. It's like a weird pissing contest over nothing, especially when Air July does not care one way or the other, yet y'all fighting over him. I ain't fighting over Air July. Frogboy likes to insinuate that he's smarter than everybody, which he's not, because he claims he can make all these Rippaverse videos. Meanwhile, he can't get more views than me. I'm going to continue to say that because he's just, for the most part, incorrect about anything he says, besides his opinion of ISOM, which is allowed to have. But saying anything towards Rippa himself, I'm sorry that Rippa's more successful than you. He's more successful than me because he's been doing it for forever. It is what it is. But I'm not hating on the person because they're doing better than me. I'm learning from YouTubers on how to do this. You usually learn from people who are more successful than you and how to do something successfully. You don't sit there and talk a bunch of crap on the internet because someone's doing better than you in life. It's normal to have haters, which you're starting to seem like one, but weird to have bum kisser. That's not even, I don't even know if that's even English. To which I responded the same way I responded to Frogboy when he sent the same exact thing. Something very similar to what she's saying. Learn the definition of triggered first before using it. I did not have an emotional overreaction. Frog Boy, you people always like to claim this, but when in this 2-minute clip, you had a bigger emotional reaction than I did. I just sit back and make money off of stupid people. Sorry to say, but Eric pays attention to my videos. Sorry to burst your bubble on that one. However, I don't do the videos for him to notice me, which is what I said before when Frog Boy tried to insinuate that I'm doing Eric July videos for him to notice me. I don't know where you clowns get this idea where I'm trying to get noticed by anyone. I just make content I enjoy making. I enjoy making Frog Boy look silly. He constantly lies about how he has, quote, clout and relevancy on YouTube, lied about 210LG, shout out to 210LG, follow him on YouTube and Twitter, I'll leave his link in the description, and got caught in 4K. Dogpiled on a fan of the Rippaverse and swears he's the good guy. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. So, again, I'm going to say to you, like I said to Frog Boy, I'm not out here making content because I want a bigger YouTuber to notice me. I make content because I want to. I make content always about stuff that I'm interested in talking about. I don't usually talk a lot about what's big on the news because right now I could be talking about a certain celebrity that's getting accused of heinous things that seems to not be true. But I'm sitting here doing this video right now because this is something I'm actually interested in. But I might get around to that other video, maybe tomorrow. But now we're going to move over to this guy who wants to say, Isom wears skin-tight spandex and has a cock symbol right over his cock because he's definitely queer-coded. All superheroes that dress that flamboyantly are. Eric is just a raging phobe as usual. Yeah, because once again, people seem to be obsessed with the crucifix above his junk, because that seems to be the biggest thing about Isom's costume nowadays. It's very weird that you can't, talk about how simplistic and kind of clean it is, rather than you just talking about crucifix. This is the same stupid nonsense that other people have talked about before. Moving over to Buster Baxter talking about, it's time to email whoever owns the trademark for hairy shoulders, because this weirdo got suspended, probably for doing something he shouldn't have been doing. So, amazing. See, it says it right here. Now, your account, Rippaverse, has been suspended for violating X rules. So, you were talking about critical drinkers. So, maybe, people that are associated, people that know Critical Drinker, maybe fans of him, didn't like what you had to say. You have no talent, you repeat the same crap all the time, you sad minge. I mean, that's exactly what you did in your video. You repeated what he says over and over again, even though I can guarantee you never watch Critical Drinker's content. But, I'm sure he'll blame Eric July for it, of course. Of course, we have Eric July's arm hair there's like 6 of these accounts I've shown in previous videos. Because again, they always gotta make even more things. I don't know. I guess they're tagging Eric for some odd reason because they think that Eric is doing this stuff. Me watching hashtag Rippaverse fans false flag and DSA all my friends, knowing bunnies will avenge them. Really, nobody cares about you. You're chasing clout, and that's what you're best at doing. More fraud from the ex-gangbanger. Shocker. Because, of course, they have to be like, oh, yeah, look at this product they still have. Because apparently you can't just continue to sell product. You can't just continue to sell product nowadays. So, of course, we have actual fandom who, of course, says, just found this bit that Piss Pickle Baby Brain deleted from his original video. I don't think he actually did that, but this is now September 16th, and people are still talking about that thing that apparently doesn't matter. Moving over to, of course, Melanie Mack. Religious bigot. But right here, she says Jesus wants her to not judge people, love everybody. Are you saying she just suddenly became a bigot? But that would mean she was lying about Jesus in this video, or she lies in grifts, because everything's in a grift now. All opinions are grifts now, according to actual fandom, even though he's the one grifting off of Eric July's ankles. And, see, at least openly I'll say, yeah, I'm taking the haters of Eric July, calling out the BS, calling out the lies, and making content on it, because I don't like people who are liars. I don't like watching people who want to openly lie about someone who's more successful than them just because they don't like the things they say, or they're not in tune with the same narrative that y'all are about. Apparently because she wants to post a picture wearing a Blood Roof shirt, apparently she's a religious bigot. Yeah. Whatever, dude. Again, this is again yet another account that's dedicated to Eric July so hard that they want to, talk about everybody. New video. Culture war charts have destroyed every shred of reasonable doubt. Yet they still use their dog whistles, guys. Just say what we all know, you mean cowards. Again, these are old. By the way, these are old streams. And I can tell you right now, you know what they're doing? They're showing quote unquote controversial figures. If you notice, that's what they're doing. They're showing controversial figures and they're calling it current day when this has nothing to do with Starfield. Chud brand is the industry leader in the tools. Bigoted anti-fans need to grift their best. You tried being honest, now try Chud. Dude, you're so corny. It's crazy how corny you are. And it's crazy how much you want to call everyone grifters. Yet you are the biggest one here. I've had people in my comments talk about they don't even know what you're a fan of because this is all you do. At least people that have been to my live stream, they know what I'm a fan of. They only know things that I'm a fan of. And I've been doing this for a year, and they know what things that I'm a fan of. Reposted this here, and he says, because Alpha Core is the next big Rippaverse project, the weirdos have made Chuck Dixon the new target, but they have no power here. And he says, it's weird Eric sees it as, quote, targeting and canceling, because it is. You're literally posted a bunch of things that you think is going to somehow cancel Chuck Dixon, but it's like you're being a Karen to the manager, where the manager is telling you to go fuck yourself. I'm just an old school comics fan who likes to be thorough with the bibliographies of veterans comic creators, but you said that Chuck Dixon created Tim Drake Robin, which he didn't. Which a concerned troll in my comments also tried to throw that at me when all I was doing was reading what this dummy said. Chuck Dixon has written a lot of Batman for DC, and he's written some QAnon comics for a white nationalist. It's like, dude, who cares? Why do you care so much? Who gives a shit? This comic is not hurting anyone, but I can guarantee you ain't about those quote unquote children's books that show very explicit content that children shouldn't be seeing, but you're more concerned about a comic book written by Chuck Dixon. More concerned about that than those books. It's so weird. Moving on to him attacking the quartering, because, again, he continues to call everyone else grifters, but this is all he does. The initiative will have a video up on this very soon, but for now, just know that we don't throw the word Nazi around at every right-winger or every ist shithead. The quartering is sponsored by an actual effing funny mustache man company. And of course, they take Jeremy's logo and they make it look like the funny mustache man from WW2. The quartering has a neo-Nazi sponsor. And of course, what's their source? What's their source? What is Dane's magical source for his research on what this company is? Oh, Wikipedia. Some of the most biased crap that you could find. Because literally, this is a website that calls Tim Pool right wing when he's not. So, just fantastic research there. This is where he admits that he got it wrong, too, about Tim Drake Robin. As someone who prides myself on comic knowledge, I'm embarrassed. I can admit when I'm wrong, but if I ever got something like this wrong, I'd self-emulate. He's probably showing a clip of when the Amazing Fantasy 15 with Eric, probably.
I'm not giving you anything.
Yeah, give me an example.
I'll tell you what.
I'll give you an example. You've read Amazing Fantasy number 15, right?
Let's talk about. Go back to ISOM. What about it? Are you asking? What specific?
Wait. You've read Amazing Fantasy number 15.
Oh, this is the clip where he believes that Eric read the chat to figure out if the Amazing Fantasy 15 was the first appearance of Spider-Man, which is really not something he did. He likes to claim that this happened, but I'm pretty sure Eric knows this information. And of course, he put this up as a thumbnail. The quartering is sponsored by actual effing funny mustache World War II people. If you have 10 people at a table and 9 are Nazis, you've got 10 Nazis. Same goes for YouTubers who are proudly sponsored by white nationalist publishing company that is labeled an anti-group. Because again, this is all you do. This is literally all you do. And I'm sure people will be like, well, all you do is air July content, which is just, you get it disastrously false, because pretty sure a few days ago I made a video about Power Rangers being for more modern audiences, and that video got more views than any of the Air July videos that came out days before that. So unless you want to be proven wrong falsely, go ahead and say that, because you're going to be false, and I can prove that you're going to be false. But I think I've ranted on long enough with this video. I really do appreciate everyone who watches the videos, is subscribed to the channel, is new to the channel. Oh, I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button and comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. If you want to further support me, you can always drop a super thanks on the video. You can join the channel for $1 a month. No, you're never obligated to do so, but it really is fully appreciated. You can check out the links below. I do have Subscribestar and Streamlabs, and you can sign up on Subscribestar, tip on Streamlabs again. No one's ever obligated to do so. Check out the links below as well. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Kick. You can follow me on Rumble and Odyssey, where all my videos are backed up. Subscribe here for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video or live stream. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.